Yo, what's your boys? I'm not gonna lie, I don't wanna be too loud because niggas sleeping. But anyways, bruh. I did want to get right into it, like talk about like the attack formation I want to talk about, but it's something more serious I want to say. I'm not gonna lie, recently, let me clear my voice. Recently, I've been seeing like I don't know, like with Twitter, you can't see who be blocking you, but like I don't know, like literally, like I think it was yesterday, but I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna post yesterday because it did kind of fuck with me in a way, like it did kind of like mess with me, but bro, so long story short, this Rainbow, like I guess he's like a wannabe dev, or it's like he's an actual dev, or like something. And then that nigga had me blocked. I don't know what, but I'm not gonna say too much. But bro got me blocked. I'm like, okay, whatever. And like it only really bothered me because he plays Siege. Like that's what made it so like. That's why it made me so upset because the mother trucker played Siege. And I was like, bruh, I just got blocked from it. Like, Siege player, seriously? And I don't be doing, bro, I swear to you on Twitter, I don't be doing nothing on there wrong, but that's the point. But yeah, that's why I didn't post yesterday. And then, like, I don't got shorts now, but probably later on today, I'm gonna get some shorts and I'll post some. But, like, I don't know, like, that's been high-key messing with me. And then yeah, that's about it. Like, yeah. Anyways, we finna use Ram on this first play. So we got Ram, Nomad, IQ, Gridlock, and Ayana. I'm only bringing Ayana because I honestly want to bring her more into like attack formations, because why not? Like, it's Ayana, bro, you know, like, yeah, it's Ayana, but like, bro, it's Ayana, you know. And then PS, make sure you have the Ram, like make sure it's turning, as you can see here, like it shows and displays why you make it turning, you know what I'm saying? And I honestly wanted to be in the mindset of just maybe what if they had like a Kaid or a Bandit or whatever, you know? Like, knowing I can go someone else just to get hatches, or like Habana or whatever, you know? Because I didn't say Habana, I noticed that, right? So just trying to make that shit clear. But the reason why I didn't do that, because honestly, like, using like every operator that's like known to be default is like, of course you have Habana, of course we're gonna have an ace, of course we're gonna have all these operators to take wall, take hatches, and then we do a push. But really pretty much bringing Ram, it was like kind of not hard to really pick out like the bait spots, and that's why I got Ram, just to pick out the bait, just to take out the bait spots, you know. And especially in this red hallway, especially because I've noticed, like, when I watch like more Siege, like people love to play this hallway just so they can have that half wall, not the half wall, have the kitchen wall open, you know. It's either a rotation or a head hose, you know what I'm saying? So I had to get what's your name for it, Ram on that. And for Nomad, I feel like it's not really much to speak on Nomad. Like, Nomad is Nomad, yes, but here's the thing, she's going to be pushing reception. So on this west side push, she's going to be pushing reception with Gridlock. And just so like no one like overtakes this hallway or that little prep room, like that Nomad is there just so like if someone wants to be aggressive and take that hallway, or just to challenge you. And then with Ayana, I'm gonna speak about that a bit different, because I've noticed, like, I've watched Sinval play, and like that man, he sits in Christmas tree literally with Doc the whole entire time. Like, not saying it's bad, but like, of course he's gonna watch that garage push or he's gonna watch his backside on this wall push as well, you know? So you're not, you can't get mad at that, you know what I'm saying? So just like, so me picking Nomad and her pushing here specifically really pretty much made me like think about that play and that player, you know? So I was like, if I go up against a player like him, how can I honestly like play it? Like how can I approach it, you know? And you know, I got Nomad. And like I said, she's gonna be pushing with Gridlock, pretty much just like to cover like not really the blind spots. And here's the thing about when I mean blind spots, because like I said, like someone's gonna play Christmas Tree and also Reception. So it's like, how can you honestly not get spawn peaked regardless from anywhere you're going if you're not going to push that side, you know? So that's where Gridlock comes in, that meaning, like I was trying to say, like not really watch the blind side, but like just watch the overly flanks. Because don't get me wrong, people don't really roam when it comes to kitchen. They like to start the roaming when they're already like in kitchen. Makes sense? It's like no one's automatically going to be upstairs. They're going to be like they're gonna like just now be going upstairs versus trying to get upstairs before or even after the attackers go upstairs, you know? So it's like, I won't say like a freebie, but it's like it's a quick notification to let you know that okay, someone is about to come up here, you know? So it's better to be safe than sorry, but you know, sometimes it's also to be good to be prepared for anything when a flanker is trying to flank you, you know? And then just to put it into like a POV perspective, it's like just imagine Ram taking upstairs and immediately having red carpet hallway, like already, you know? So it's like just having that available so you can look down at. So if they even try to leave sight, they can't, because you're gonna have them literally blocked from leaving, like visual sight. You have Nomad on the flank, and then this good old Nomad breach charge right where people love to sit at. So you can say they'll probably get away, but they're not gonna get away without being notified or alerting your team saying that okay, someone was already here, or yeah, someone is definitely here, they're coming up right now, you know? And the only thing you could do is like get ready, you know? Get ready for a fight. And just to really make it clear, I did want to make Nomad have flashes, but I was like, I don't know. I don't want to have flashes, like in my opinion, just because like she can honestly help out with the vert. Mind you, I can go Habana and like just get EMPs and get the hatches, but I want to have that mindset on what if Habana isn't available, or maybe what if like they have a good Kaeda, a good bandit, you know, just to like make sure everyone has like mumbo jumbo, just to make sure everyone has like a decent amount of playtime, you know? It's like, bro, it's not 2K. Like, just at least someone has like a decent amount of playtime, you know? And like I said, Gridlock and Nomad is going to be pushing Reception and Christmas Tree side. Just so like, they're like, I don't know, like for like, to hold flanks, for them, I think they're like the easiest operators to use, you know? It's like, what other operator are you gonna use to hold flanks besides Nomad and Gridlock? Nomad and Gridlock, you know? So it's like, you're not gonna do anything else but wanna pick these two characters and just honestly hold people or prevent people from coming in and out, or even if just getting like an easy pick off someone being too cocky, you know? So not to like, I don't want to like push it too much, but it's like, that's what I thought in my mind. It's like, hey, if I'm gonna use Gridlock, I gotta have someone else to honestly protect her, you know? And that's where Nomad came apart, you know? And like I said earlier, I'm gonna touch on Ayana, but like I'm gonna touch on her here a little bit more, only because with Ayana is a lot more I want to say for her. Okay, with Ayana and sound cue is crazy. Why do I say that? Because I know obviously you can hear her using her clone, but It's kind of like a iffy because half of the times when you hear the clone, you don't even know if the person is already on the clone or they're just trying to bait you, you know. So even like hearing the sound, you won't even be rightfully sure if that's an actual person or not because you would never know, you know. And that's the cool thing about her too. But I guess like the sound cue really throws me off in the way that if they do hear you, they're gonna obviously pre-fire you just because they hear Ayana clone being deployed, you know. And for Gridlock, she's gonna be holding Christmas tree and also the backside of like that bar area, you know. So just if someone's playing this too far back or playing a reception, they're getting held, you know. And that's where Ayana comes in. Ayana is that sixth player I won't say need, well, that sixth player you're going to have if you need extra information, you know, just to make someone shoot, just to make someone move, honestly, just to make someone change positions. And like I said, like in like a previous video with Ayana is not the operator you use to like really be aggressive, which you can, but it's like, just because she can't red ping doesn't mean that it wouldn't make a big difference. Because like I said in my previous video, like, bro, if they know like it's a clone or not, whatever, like, bro, they're gonna want to move, they're going to shoot, they're gonna want to change positions, they're gonna want to make themselves not vulnerable to nothing because now they know that you know someone's here. And that's where that clone comes in, that with yellow pinging, just being a decoy, and honestly just taking their focus off a certain spot for 1 second. And siege is big on time. So, and we have that thing called siege timing. Literally for 1 second, if you can take your eyes off of something for 1 second, you will probably die, you know. So it's like not saying like being prepared can save you, but like if you take your focus off a good spot off of for like literally for 1 second, you're going to die because you're being distracted, you're getting pinged out, called out, whatever. But like it honestly saves you time, and it honestly makes you want to have more patience because half of the times when people drone you out, it's literally honestly a disadvantage because you're literally getting called out like as you move, you know. So it's like someone can easily push you if you take a second to look down to shoot that drone, you know. So it's like just honestly like be careful. And then as I displayed here and gave my example, watching St. Val, like bro, that man plays Christmas tree all the time when he plays cafe. So it's like, hey, why not go Ayana and just try to like make a play out of it. I won't recommending shooting 2 smokes, just 1 smoke enough just to smoke off Christmas, and then whoever's in reception or like behind a bar, you can take them on that one-on-one. And then if that person in Christmas tree tries to swing and help them out, your teammates, who's ever on that side that they're on that bottom white staircase side, they're gonna get clapped because once again, they can't take their focus off one thing and then get that free pick. It's a free pick, yes, but then again, literally we're basically already in sight just based off the play with Ram, you know, covering literally red carpet from all the way through, covering default spots in sight, and also taking a bit in dining room upstairs. So not really trying to make a big impact on Ayana, but like that's everything I think about when I hear Ayana, you know. It's like having that 6th player to honestly have that extra backbone. And like, you know, there's some defaults, there are some cons for using Ayana, which we all know, but it's like sometimes let's just use the player for their ability, not just their weapon, you know, because oftentimes when we need the information, a drone could do so much, but once it gets shot, it's shot. There's no more droning, bro. So it's like, hey, it's better to be safe than sorry. This pick, I'm not gonna lie, is my favorite pick, like IQ. So paired up with Ram, when Ram takes a red carpet and also she takes I think it's mining room to see sight wall, IQ can honestly see anything on that wall beforehand, and she can honestly go upstairs and just take whatever's on that wall. or she doesn't really have to because you can like literally see it from Ram's point of view already. But really, IQ is just to be safe, you know. Like if you're using Intel as like an attacker, at most they're gonna probably use Capcan, and then if he's banned, they're probably gonna use Mozzie. So just to be safe than sorry, just to make sure like your drone is your drone, it's like IQ is here to save the day, you know. And I don't know if you guys noticed, like she cannot see phone calls no more. So if you pair her up with Dokkaebi and then you call someone, she cannot see that anymore, which is stupid. But like I don't know why. But like, hey, I guess she get like I guess it's her secret nerf. But yeah, yeah, that's about it. Very much for IQ. But like I don't know. Like I say it's my favorite because come on, bro, it's IQ. Like who doesn't like IQ? I like IQ, you know. You like IQ? I like IQ. I got IQ. You got IQ? But anyways, but yeah, you know, like I low-key fuck with her in the way that she can honestly see anything and everything without even like putting her gun down, you know. And like that's something like not every operator has. Like when you put something up, you're literally putting your gun down, except for her, Jackal, and Nomad, and Bug. You know, you have like plenty more operators, you know, like some people like Grim, Habana, like those two characters, they physically put their gun away to pull out something totally different, you know. And that can be tricky, trying to be quick about it and like not trying to die, trying to shoot bees or like trying to shoot pellets at like a reinforced wall or hatch, you know. So it's a bit hard trying to like honestly not have an operator who don't have an underbarrel to honestly like have their weapon out as soon as they're done, you know what I'm saying? Like Buck, you know, like Buck has an underbarrel, so Buck being Buck, he's pretty good, you know. But anyways, yeah, but that's why I already say IQ is my favorite pick on this, because you know she can see anything and everything, and then not having her gun get put away, like she can still help, you know. It's like her, Ayana, and Nomad honestly can take like a good push, just like based on how like she can ping things and see things, cameras, traps, you know. So I'm not gonna lie, I high-key forgot what I said. My homeboy called me literally when I was talking some real shit. But anyways, I think I'm up now. I'm not gonna lie, like I was pretty like slouchy and shit, but like I'm up, but that's correct. I'm up. But anyways, but yeah, like I don't know. Actually, like she tough, you know, like she not bad, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know what I mean? And then I do have two bonuses. We got Finka and Doki. Honestly, with Finka, I feel like there's nothing to say about her because, bro, it's Finka. Like, she can literally heal you in battle, you know? So it's like, there's nothing much I can say about her. So it's like, her ability speaks for herself, you know? But it's also good to have a Finka. And like, I also thought about her because once again, Sinval, he does use her. So it was like, hey, might as well bring a Finka around, you know what I'm saying? And like, it can get hectic pretty quickly. So if you need a health boost, they go Finka, you know? LMG, I guess you can use an LMG. I prefer LMG, like I use it. I use flat, bro, my voice keep cracking, bro. I need some water, but, yeah, like I prefer flashes because as you just saw there, like if you flash yourself and you have a boost, you can boost yourself, you can see, you know, like simple as that, you know. She does have frags, she has smokes, but like I said, I like to use flashes because I guess frags in itself, it can be like more like assault, but like with flashes, I feel like you can actually execute on a push, you know. Not to say like I'm trying to rely on the flash itself, but you can still like honestly like rely on the flash being a flashbang, you know, like it's a flashbang. There's nothing else it's gonna do but flash, you know. But with a nade, like you have to throw it like a certain direction, and then it blows up. Versus a flash, you throw it, and then the moment it bounces, it detonates, you know. And then she has smokes, so it's like, hey, smokes could go so far, but like in my opinion, I'm gonna keep saying it, bro. Flashes, bro. So if I'm being aggressive, at most I'm gonna bring flashes. If I'm chilling, I'm gonna do frags. But if I'm not giving the F, I'm gonna probably bring smokes. Yeah, that's just me. And then that's about it with her. And then to really be on Doki before her clip shows up, I don't know. But Doki be, like I said from the beginning, is like people don't really roam like as soon as, but they roam like when the round is like already begun, like, you know, flanks or like just being in rat spots. So with Finka, she could be like a good help to like call out rat spots, or just to like make sure no one's not coming up certain places, you know. So it's like she would be a good use to like not get caught off guard or get caught up or shit. Not even like get caught off guard or get caught up, just to make sure everything is clear, like clear, you know. For my bands, I will display them. For my bands, I have Jaeger, like Jaeger, because the ADSs, like with Gridlock and Nomad, I want to get Jaeger out of there, because with Jaeger, I don't know, like even though him having 3 ADSs, people who like to play like Bakery, they do put ADSs on the barricades and shit like that. So it's like, why not just ban Jaeger, you know? Like just make sure like my nades are going through, my nomads are actually sticking on surfaces, and absolute, just to make sure my gridlocks are actually getting placed down, not getting disrupted by Jaegers. I have Jaeger, I ain't gonna lie, I forgot I got my book on my side, but like I would grab that shit right now. But like, man, I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm finna grab my shit, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm not finna edit shit out. handy dandy notebook. Where that shit at? Look at that band, bro. I didn't write them down, bro. That's some bullshit. Honestly, like ban Jaeger, Bandit, and Kaid, you know? But then again, it's like, if you have those banned, want to use Habana, Ace, and no. Why? Because I want this strat to be special, and I want everyone to have their own playtime, you know? So it's like, just maybe, the team is going to expect you to get hatches. Like, they're like, if you get hatches, like the game feels so normal, you know? And then let's just say you don't get hatches, now they're bound to do different things because you didn't go like on their game plan. Make sense? So it's not really about me not picking the obvious operators. No, I get that. But it's about not being so predictable, you know? Like, if you're predictable, they're gonna obviously win every single fight because they know what you're bound to do, you know? Regardless, it's like a 2v1, 2v2, a 1v5. You are bound to do what you're meant to do because you're that certain operator, you know? Thermite is meant to Thermite. Ace is meant to Ace. Habana is meant to Habana. But if you don't use those operators like they think you're gonna use them, you throw them off, and like you make them wonder, why did I just bandit trick on this wall if they have a whole ace on the other side? You know what I'm saying? So it's not really to no fall in their trap. It's just having the right operator, but having a different push. Because don't get me wrong, half of the times, people who have like ace and shit, and like bandit especially, people bandit trick a lot recently. From what I've seen, they bandit trick. So if you don't go with the bandits at, and then there's no bandits on the opposite side of the map, push that opposite side of the map and then take that wall. And now the bandit pretty feels useless because he's on the wrong side of the wall or on the wrong side of the map to the bandit trick, you know? So that's just how I thought about it. And then like the same thing with what's her name, Ayana too, is like, hey, like Ayana is a lot to actually deal with if you want to actually win having her. But it's like, hey, you can't be, bro, you know, it's like, you rather be safe than sorry, you know? But I think that's like all I can really think of about this attack, you know? I did have a name for it, but it's just the operators itself makes it seem, I guess, unique in a way. So I didn't really want to like use obvious ones, but let's call this strat Humpty Dumpty. Shit, I don't give a fuck. Humpty Dumpty sounds cool, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said earlier, bro, like I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty messed up, bro. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't want to say too much because it's gonna like, kind of give it away, and like, you know, people looking, searching, you know, and I'm not just I don't care, but you know, like always, have fun, GGs, and enjoy this clip, I guess, for a little bit. GGs.